Just welcome to Boao. Thank you. Thank you for having a chance for showing.
Today, we are honored to have Mr. Agus Harimurti, Coordinating Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development of the Republic of Indonesia, with us.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon us all. His Excellency, Secretary General of the Boao Forum for Asia, Mr. Zhang Jun. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. A century ago, Asia was a fragmented region, recovering from wars, colonial legacies, and economic challenges. Today, it is the world's economic engine. But the question remains, will this be the Asian century? Or will Asia's rise contribute to a century of shared global prosperity? That choice depends on what we do today, in moments like this, where dialogue must translate into real action. It is a great honor to stand before you today at the Boao Forum for Asia, an event that has become synonymous with dynamic regional cooperation. This forum brings together leaders, thinkers, and decision-makers who share a common mission, building a better future. Of course, some of us might also be here for the networking, nice weather, and the good food. But let's pretend it's mostly about the mission. All humor aside, this forum has been instrumental in shaping regional cooperation. Looking back, the sixth President of the Republic of Indonesia, Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, my father, attended the BFA Forum in 2005 under the theme, Asia Searching for Win-Win, the new role for Asia. That same year, Indonesia and China signed a strategic partnership agreement, ushering in a new chapter of bilateral cooperation, one that was elevated to a comprehensive strategic partnership in 2013. Today, as we discuss sustainable development in a transforming world, we build upon the foundations laid in the past. Transforming is a polite way to saying that our world is unpredictable, complex, and often quite chaotic. We face global disruptions, geopolitical tensions, economic realignments, technological upheavals, and climate change all at once. It is tempting to focus solely on crisis management, but times of uncertainty are precisely when we must think bigger, act bolder, and collaborate deeper. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia believes that sustainability is not just about surviving crisis, but about uplifting people, protecting the planet, and fostering prosperity. It is about building resilience for the long run. And resilience is like a good investment. It doesn't always yield immediate returns, but over time, it determines whether we thrive or struggle. Under the leadership of President Prabowo Subianto, Indonesia is prioritizing an integrated approach that connects infrastructure, food security, water management, and energy sustainability. These issues are not separate challenges. They are deeply interconnected. If we neglect one, we weaken all. If we strengthen them together, we create a foundation for lasting stability. Let me give a simple example. Imagine you build a state-of-the-art highway, but it leads to a region without reliable electricity, poor water access, and struggling farmers. What happens? That highway remains underutilized, investments stagnate, and communities see no benefit. Infrastructure must serve people, not the other way around. This is the model Indonesia is developing, an integrated, people-centered approach to sustainability. We are now investing in stronger irrigation systems to protect against droughts and floods, resilient rural logistics to connect farmers and the markets, renewable energy expansion, because no country can sustain long-term growth on outdated energy resources. But we recognize that Indonesia is not an island in this effort. Just as our provinces are interconnected, so too are our nations. The same challenges we face, climate risk, energy security, food resilience, are also challenges for the entire region. Therefore, our efforts must be part of a larger regional vision. The question is, how can we take what works at the national level and scale it up for broader regional benefit? This brings me to my next point. True sustainability requires cooperation. No nation can solve these challenges alone. If we want sustainability to be more than just a conference buzzword, we must work together across borders, across sectors, and across industries. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to highlight 3 critical areas where regional cooperation is no longer optional. It is essential. Number 1, infrastructure connectivity, the backbone of trade and growth. Trade does not just happen on paper. It moves through roads, ports, railways, and digital networks. A region without connectivity is like a smartphone without internet, full of potential but unable to function. Indonesia supports greater collaboration in cross-border infrastructure, ensuring the economic growth is not concentrated in a few hubs, but benefits the entire region. Number 2 is the energy transition. Green growth must be a shared mission. Transitioning to clean energy is not easy, especially for developing economies. But let's be clear, fossil fuel dependency is not a long-term strategy. We must mobilize green investment and create mechanisms that make sustainable energy affordable, scalable, and inclusive. For instance, Indonesia is home to the world's largest geothermal potential, and we are actively developing it as a sustainable energy source. We believe that collaborative platforms like the Asia-Pacific Climate Partnership can accelerate regional decarbonization. And number 3, digital transformation, growth with ethics and inclusion. We are entering a new era of digital transformation where AI, big data, and automation will refine the entire industries. Technology is only as good as the governance behind it. AI has immense potential to optimize energy use, improve healthcare, and revolutionize education. But without ethical safeguards, it could deepen inequality, displace jobs, and raise critical security concerns. Indonesia supports the creation of a global AI governance framework to ensure that innovation serves humanity. Technology should empower people, not marginalize them. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, in an era of shifting global alignments, we stand at a crossroads. Will Asia become a battleground for great power rivalries, or will it emerge as a unified force for stability and progress? Against this backdrop, ASEAN must reaffirm its role as a pillar of peace and stability in the Asia-Pacific. For decades, ASEAN has upheld the principle of regional solutions to regional challenges, a principle that remains just as relevant today. Its commitment to dialogue over conflict and to ensuring that no nation is left behind must not waver. By strengthening ASEAN-led mechanisms, deepening security dialogues, and reinforcing multilateral partnerships, we can ensure that the Asia-Pacific remains a model for people-centered development, environmental stewardship, and shared prosperity. And just as importantly, a model for peaceful coexistence. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, time is not on our side. The choices we make today will define the course of history. Some call this the Asian century, while others believe global leadership remains with America and Europe. But must leadership be a zero-sum game? Should we compete for dominance, or can we forge a new model of collaboration? This should not just be Asia's century. This must be everyone's century. A century where no one is left behind. A century where economic growth uplifts people, safeguards the planet, and drives shared prosperity. A century where we innovate responsibly, invest wisely, and govern ethically. So let us ask ourselves, what role will we play? What action will we take tomorrow, next week, or next year? Because the future is not something we wait for. It is something we build together. Let us then turn this discussion into policies, investments, and lasting change. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oh, jadi apa ya kalau mau